Many people who have had a near-death experience have a mysterious commonality in their way to change their life since then. I have been fascinated by the changes. As a result, I wrote a book in Japanese on the theme of the change of the near-death experiences. It was 21 years ago. I am currently working on a revised edition of this book. Near-death experiences are often transformative. Experiencers show a marked change in their attitude, not only toward their own life, but also toward the lives of others as well. Near-death experience, or NDE, can permanently and dramatically alter the individual experiencer's attitudes, beliefs, and values. They tend to be more open, caring, and loving. This transformative power of NDEs is incredible. The main changes are as follows. 1. Loss of fear of death. 2. Strengthened belief in life after death. 3. A heightened or new sense of purpose or mission. 4. Heightened self-esteem. 5. Increased compassion and love for others. 6. Less concern for acquiring material wealth, recognition, or status. 7. Greater appreciation of life. 8. Increased focus on the present. 9. Heightened spirituality. 10. Desire to learn or search for knowledge. 11. Greater appreciation for nature. Many NDEs change in these various ways after their experiences. The changes seem to be spiritual growth, similar to those that humanistic psychology and transpersonal psychology suggest. What's more, these changes are often accompanied with a sense of bliss and euphoria in their lives, and are somewhat similar to the enlightenment the Buddhists seek. Zen Buddhism calls it Satori in Japanese. Why do NDEs result in positive and sometimes profound after effects? Why can NDEs alter the individual experiencer's attitude so dramatically? If near-death experience is a hallucination caused by activity in the brain as cells begin to die, it is impossible that NDEs have such an impressive transformative power. This is the most important point I wanted to insist in my book about NDEs. I examined all the main scientific hypotheses from this point of view and proved logically that none of them are enough at all to explain the NDE's positive changes. By the way, what is Zen? Its teaching is no other than the general teaching of Mahayana Buddhism, and of course that of Buddhism in general. Its essential teaching is prajna and karuna in Sanskrit. In English, they are translated as transcendental wisdom and love or compassion, respectively. It is said that this transcendental wisdom enables people to gain insight into the true meaning of life and death, beyond the superficial meaning of life and things, and there will be no more worrying about material and selfish gains. The result is an increased love and compassion for others and nature. A characteristic of Zen is the direct grasp of the essential spirit of Buddhism, removing the superfluous knowledge and rituals that have accumulated around this teaching with the development of Buddhism. The essential spirit of Buddhism and of Zen is remarkably similar to the transformation characteristics of near-death experiences listed above. I have read many enlightened people around the world, not just Japanese Zen masters, and lately, more and more, I am convinced that they are people who have had direct contact with a deeper dimension beyond this life. And I think that this deep dimension overlaps with the dimension that surpasses life, touched by near-death experiences. I also emphasized this point in my book on NDE. With the development of resuscitation medicine, the number of people who have a near-death experience has increased in recent years, and many of those who experience it undergo the personality changes mentioned above. Sometimes people around them cannot keep up with their changes, but fundamentally, they have a positive impact on the people and society around them, and their influence may be necessary in today's troubled society. In fact, many near-death experiencers and their supporters have banded together to form social campaign groups. But it will take a long time before their positive influence transforms society. What about Japan? In Japan, there is almost no serious research on near-death experiences compared to Europe and the United States. Near-death experiencers are rarely active in the open. In Japan, on the other hand, Zen once had a profound influence on the Japanese way of life and culture. Unfortunately, in modern Japan, very few people consciously pursue a Zen way of life. However, since the spirit of Zen is inherited in traditional Japanese culture, people are unconsciously influenced by it. Kendo, Judo, Kyudo, or Japanese archery, Sado, or tea ceremony, Kado, or flower arrangement, Shodo, calligraphy, and other cultures that end in Do have more or less inherited the spirit of Zen. The spirit of Zen can also be glimpsed in Japanese manga and anime. The influence can also be seen in Kimetsu no Yaiba, or Demon Slayer, and Vagabond. In Japanese sports manga, in many cases, the mental growth of the main character is emphasized, and this may be the influence of that. The more Japanese people regain their traditional spirit, the more likely that spirit will be reflected in manga and anime, and it will affect people all over the world. The Japanese of today should be aware that the spirit of Zen, which was consciously pursued by the Japanese of old, and the message conveyed by near-death experiencers resonate deeply. It will mean rethinking the traditional spirit from a new perspective, understanding its profound meaning, and turning it into a powerful force for transforming our chaotic society.